was going through some concept art and I stopped on this image and was just looking at this explosion and thinking about how would I do that if that was my assignment or if that was what I was working on. To me, the most important thing about this, or what's interesting, is the shape and lighting. And I thought, God, it's really about this core center lighting with some of these, detailed bits around it. So I took that on and I've made this explosion. And what's interesting to me about it is how the lighting, I came up with this lighting method, which is just using a radial mask. So this is playing at 50% speed. And so the radial mask into black body, and then I actually have it go vertical. So the sphere mask actually goes up after, so that like you actually kind of feel like the heat rising up a little bit, and I can control that. It's all through the dynamic settings. So let's take a look at the material, which is kind of the most interesting thing about this this effect. So particle color goes into base color. The alpha is actually what makes it sort of stylized, because I have it fade into some emissive so that the shadows aren't so harsh on the objects. As it gets older, instead of fading it out, because this is a stylized effect, I actually have it fade out the shadow and actually kind of brighten up a little bit, just a little bit, to help it feel more gentle as it fades out. So the first, we have the temperature, but I wanted to have sort of like, if the temperature is just even across the board, you really see the rate, like the even radius. And I wanted to sort of break up the pieces right here. You can sort of see that there are, it feels like brighter and darker, and that's because I'm multiplying a temperature scale. So each particle says to the temperature, to the regular temperature curve, like, do I want to be greater or less than by a little bit on that curve. So just like a birth multiplier that goes into here to go to the black body temperature into emissive. So why there's two lerps is because you really want to have pure black, which is B, over the ramp, over the so when it's emissive, you want the base color to be black, and when it kind of so they kind of crossfade into back to normal shading. I have a power on the sphere mask because it felt a little too strong, like it just didn't feel right. No hardness, absolute world position, and object position. So this, you could think about, this is the default setup. So your radius, I have the setup dynamically because I wanted to control the radius on the particle, and I'll show you that in a second. So what I wanted to do is, well, actually, let's just jump to the radius, why there's different radiuses. Because in the explosion, for example, the bits that pop out, let's wait till it so these bits that come out, I wanted them to have a bigger radius so that they could stay glowing further out from center. So you can see that they kind of fly out with still glowing, some of the glow, but they're obviously in a different, so that, anyway, I needed to control the radius so that they had their own glow that felt like it was based on time. So none of the glow is based on particle age. So I think that that's pretty interesting, other than the time I ramp off the glow based on particle age, but the position of the glow is based on world position, world position to object position in A and B. So we have the radius. And then I have the sphere rise was something where I just break out the object position to floats, and then I just add a sphere rise. And so what that is, if we would look at the last channel, you get, did I not have it? Oh, that's the shock wave. That doesn't need any dynamic. Oh yeah, it does. That's different. Let's clear all these. And look at, so it's just the rising up. It actually rises up kind of far, 200. I think I can make it even higher, but the point, let's just try it. Why not? Set value 400. Just see how that. So yeah, I actually even like that better. Maybe let's watch it in real time. Yeah, because what I wanted to do is really focus on color and have it like that you get the sense of lighting. I mean, this is exaggerated lighting. Like a real explosion would be so much faster than this. So I kind of like it slow for this particular style. But like just really feeling like that flame inside is the one what's lighting it up. Um, and then let's see anything else. What was yeah, so the rise up, and so it's actually pretty simple, and you know, breaking out some. These are the shards that kind of just shoot out. They're okay. They're pretty classic stylized. A light shockwave. So the smoke and the bits are really what I find the most interesting and fun about this explosion. And yeah, it was just a little kind of sketch. Hope you found it interesting.